We have a keynote presentation from Oliver Litz, CEO and founder of nanocosmos. They are a great streaming company, I think one of the best in the world, if you can say it. I saw many people that were interested to meeting Oliver. So Oliver, the floor is yours.
Thanks, Zoltan. Thanks for the nice words, and I'm happy to be here. It's good to see the conference space growing again. Everybody coming back together. I was here last year for the first time, and this year see it growing a lot. So great to be here. Yeah, my name is Oliver Litz. I'm talking about live video streaming, what that means in the gaming industry. Also showing some examples for live video streaming, how you can implement that, and some use cases, some innovations which are ongoing. Short introduction, we now celebrate our 25th year in the video industry. I founded the company in 1998, so there wasn't even Google on the market, there was no digital video on the market, a long story, and we were working in the video space since then and creating video solutions for the broadcast industry originally, and now are focused very much on the gaming industry, based out of Berlin, but with global customer base. Some examples for live video streaming, connecting to what we do here. So someone is on stage doing a presentation and wants to share that with a larger audience outside of this venue. In the virtual space, anyone who has an online access wants to also be part of that show. And that's kind of well known, but the challenge is how can you interact with the audience to get the connection between the presentation and the viewer. That can be for panel discussions or conferences like here. It can also be for corporate space like annual general meetings where you have additional elements in the stream like voting and commenting on the stream. So if anybody wants to ask a question and I will directly connect to this question, that needs to be some interaction between these elements. And that's quite challenging for the live video streaming because usually when you know live video streaming or have seen streams, they usually have a very long delay between the camera and the viewer. So if I would speak here, that would be sent through the internet through a live stream. That would take several seconds to land on the client devices, if it's a mobile or a laptop. And so in any kind of interaction with the several second delay is not possible. And that's what very important also for the gaming industry, to keep that latency, the delay between the camera and the viewer very low, to enable real-time interaction between the camera and the viewer. And it looks like that you would send from the camera, which is also working here, you would send a stream to a cloud system, to a server which is in the cloud. And the cloud does the preparation for this live video stream in the highest quality possible, and then prepares that for distribution to a global audience to connect to this live stream. So everybody who can connect on any kind of browser, mobile phone, can connect to the live stream, and then by additional elements, chatting or whatever, can interact with the presentation. That can go also to this kind of hybrid streaming space, which you might also have seen, and which is quite challenging also technically, to not only connect people who are physically on stage, but also bringing people to the stage and to interact in a kind of hybrid space, make the full experience kind of immersive for the audience which is here and the audience who's outside of the venue. There are also new developments in the VR, AR space to increase the immersion for the audience, to bring a better user experience and to be kind of part of the setup in a better way, which is also interesting for part of the gaming industry and the entertainment industry, to get more quality of experience for the audience. And that can also be a 360 video where you can look around, or with or without a glass and a headset which you are wearing. So how does that relate to gaming? There are different parts of the gaming market. I would define that all are based on monetized channels, which can be live auctions, which can be an art-based live auctions, which is a bit separate to the gaming because it's also less regulated and easier to achieve. You need to be real-time to connect the live auction from a venue and to the outside virtual space. Second area can be live sports betting, which is not only the sports betting to the whole result of the game, but also in-game betting, which also needs to be real-time somehow to be able to place the bets on the live video signal. And the third one, which is very large, of course, as you know, is live gaming, which is live casino and things like gambling, which is hosted by a real live player, and where you can join the live experience by joining that on a web page and directly be part of that live game. So there are a lot of solutions out there who are doing these live gaming, live casino gaming on a global scale. It's very important to have a reliable solution for this live gaming setup, to just connect the camera to the outside space, to the internet, and then rely on the stability of the live video for the gaming solution. And so you as a game, when you are working on your gaming solutions, can rely on your gaming business logic and do not take care about the video technology so much. So that's why it requires then a reliable live streaming platform to achieve this user experience. The majority of the users we see for the live casino space is on mobile, so we see about 80% users on the mobile platforms. The user experience also is quite challenging on that, because on the one hand the video needs to be stable, on the other hand you need to have these interaction elements to accept the bets and the bids for the game. But that's possible, so technically the technology elements are there, and the challenge is more on the user experience, user interface design, to make the user experience unique to the specific gaming solution. Example setup based on live casino studio-based setups, which is done by our partners. They usually set up larger studios where you have a lot of casino tables. That example is from the company BetConstruct. So they advertise that to be able to set up a complete casino environment within 30 days with so many tables, which you can see there. And every table will then get a camera for the live stream, and the live stream will be sent out and then to the cloud to do the delivery at a global scale. So that's the idea when you do that studio-based for the live casino space. There are also land-based casino streams where you directly take a video from a casino game, which is also being part of a real user experience. But many solutions are based on the studio-based setups where you have many tables located in a specific environment. Yeah, the global scale I already mentioned. The audience is growing. As you know, there are a lot of challenges in Europe and Middle Europe in terms of regulation, but the global gaming space is expanding a lot. We see a lot of growth in Asia and also in South America. Also, the North American market is opening up a bit, so there's a huge opportunity for gaming providers to go and enter into these markets if they have the right partners for the technology to provide these solutions. And going into that space with live video also makes the solutions much more unique and more like kind of credible to have a reliable gaming solution at a kind of robust platform. Yeah, as I said, the studio for the setup can be anywhere in the world. We have a lot of partners who are doing studio-based live casino from Eastern Europe, like Riga, but also in Bulgaria, and even in South America. But the audience can then be anywhere in the world, in Asia or whatever. So it's really a global system, and you don't need to worry about too much where the location is. You can decide based on your business requirements where the best location can be for your solution, and then provide an internet-based gaming experience for a global audience. What you need is, separate to the camera, you need a live encoder setup, which is a specific unit to prepare the live stream to be sent out. That's kind of a commodity, hardware or software. And then the complete network, which is the live streaming platform provider who takes care about the delivery. There will be a player on a web page, which you can implement and add on your own web page to watch the live stream. And additional tools like analytics give you insight into the quality of the service of the operation. You know that from metrics and analytics from websites, your gaming experience need to be measured, and there need to be metrics about the user experience and interaction on the gaming websites. And the same is also possible for the video stream, where there are additional metrics collected which can decide on the quality of the video at the viewer side. And the challenge is to provide a great user experience really to everybody in the world. Just opening up the browser and be part of the live experience and watch a fluent live stream, live video signal on a mobile phone. Everybody who's used to video on a mobile knows how challenging that can be to really achieve a fluent, shutter-free experience there in real time. So that's an example for a video encoder, which you can just connect to a camera. So you need 1 unit per camera then, and that has a network connection to send it out to the internet. Can also be a software solution. That's a similar setup as the gamers and the gaming industry is using that for Twitch-based platforms. So Twitch is a separate platform which also partly is used for gambling, but the regulation, of course, is there kind of in the gray areas, and it's difficult to monetize the video content there. So with a business vertical solution separate to Twitch or other public platforms, it's easier to monetize your own content if you are a content owner or platform provider. Yeah, the metrics analytics I already mentioned. Based on a world map and all these kinds of metrics, how good how large the volume is, where the viewers are based, which country, how long the sessions are running, if there's any problem with the video potentially, connection issues, any potential issues, but also things like business intelligence to understand where are things going well and where you need to maybe expand your services. A very important component in online gaming is the security and protection against misuse. We see a lot of misuse, especially in kind of remote areas like Asia and South America, etc., where just third-party vendors are picking up the content and providing it on their own platform, trying to hijack these streams. So that's something which is very important to keep control about your content and have a secure system to avoid any kind of misuse against hijackers who want to steal your game content and provide their own monetized business channel around this content which they don't own. So that's something we see also growing, and where the right tools are important to get insight into possible attacks and misuse of the system. Yeah. Some further examples of partners we are working with, Bet Games, Train Sport, who are doing sports betting, but on a more interactive way. So they try to monetize much quicker the live content. Instead of providing a full 90-minute game, they provide that in 30-second chunks, and you can bet on games which are directly played out of a studio environment that is currently enabled for soccer and basketball. So that's repeated every 30 seconds, every 60 seconds, and bets are placed on this video content. Another example is Highlight Games, who have a license for premium sports content based on the Premier League in England and also other sports segments. And they basically assemble and create new games around that by creating that content, put that together in a kind of random way in real time, and you can then create your own gaming environment by deciding who plays against whom, with which team, and create a randomized result of that game, and you can place a bet on that game. So that's an exciting combination between the fan-based engagement for the sports audience and the monetized idea to take bets for sports betting, which is a kind of great innovation and shows what is possible with video-based streaming. So here you could decide about whatever Liverpool versus Manchester, and then the bets are taken, and only 30 seconds, 60 seconds match is created, which is directly created in real time, so you don't know that result before, and then you can bet on the result of this random game. Yeah, so that was an overview about the live streaming industry, which we see from our point of view. So there are a lot of challenges, but also a lot of opportunities for the gaming industry to use and add video to the live content for games. And yeah, if you have any questions, please ask me, reach out to me and to us to help you implementing this service. Any questions right now? Yeah?
Quite interesting about how you are providing when others copy the content. Like, how are you achieving that? Are you crawling the web?
Yeah, there are several levels of security. First of all, the content is encrypted, and then you have kind of token-based access, which you can connect to specific client information, like the IP of the client or user ID of the client, or the website which is running on, so you can protect that and connect this token to this specific content parts. And there are also, on top of that, additional metrics we collect on our server. So when we see kind of invalid content access, like whatever 24/7 access from the same site, which is kind of unusual for a gamer, which leads to the idea that this is an invalid request, and there are some ideas about disconnecting this specific client. So there are different levels of security which can be enabled here. All right, if there are no further questions, then thank you very much.